My people, they say that some military men don't come outside. They can't tell Nigeria youth to stop joining the military. Say the way they buy them for inside the service where they served in the country called Nigeria. Say no be smart, you know. As that one they happen, our sister whether they call no on neck, don't still come outside. Come give us update of waiting they go on for inside Nigeria currently concerning Mazi Nnamdi matter and the federal government of Nigeria. Say as it stand right now, say this thing be like say na battle between the Igbos and the Yorubas. Omo, you go watch this full video before we come back and continue. Just stay tuned. You know, they one hand, you know, say Jesus Christ talk say if God cry 3 times, say that Judas of the carrot go deny am. The Judas of the carrot, I mean the carrot where we get for inside Nigeria right now, and I be Udele. A lot of video are circulating on social media as to show a video Ijele where he lead police to come arrest him. Remember say few months ago, show a campaign and stand ground, make sure say they release this Udele. You don't see him. That dog where you train, na it turn to lion wey come chop you tomorrow. Now wetin happen for that video, which we go show now. Stay tuned. I should bring the whole video one after the other. Share this video. Share am more. See the watch am.
Hello guys, good morning. This is the day 2 of Nnamdi Kalu's defense. Nnamdi Kalu is standing trial.
Alright, depending on your time zone and your location. This is a video of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu when he arrived court. The main issue is that the court sitting today didn't last even up to 20 minutes. It has ended and adjourned to 27th of October 2025. So this is video of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in court, and also the video of Aloy Ejimako, Prince Kanu and Sowore arraigned at the magistrate courts in Abuja as well. So this is the video. But the person who made this video actually posted that they were not allowed inside the courtroom to hear the proceedings. Gaibe, Sowore, Ejimako and Prince Kanu. So but meanwhile, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's court sitting today has ended and the case has been adjourned to 27th of October 2025. Reason is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu Kenye time go with his case file. Mari Togesu Ebido his defense. His case files are not with him, so he asked the judge, Justice James Omotosho, to give him up till 27th to actually get his case file and also prepare himself ahead of his defense. So this is what transpired in court. There was not much that happened today in Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's court sitting. So but as a video I'll play for you from a witness 191 Kayeji Lolo Wemanu on live at the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's court hearing today. Kono know some of the few details Ifo Kugase concerning what happened in court today. After this particular video, in another video I will still bring you guys details of what happened in Omoyele Sowore, Ejimako and Prince Kanu's court hearing for today. Hana court now the protests. I mean, according to the police, that they went against the law. They went to restricted areas and protested. That was why they were prosecuted. That was why they were asked to, that was why they were arraigned in court today. So I got no details in another video I will bring to bring you guys updates on this court sitting. So meanwhile, can you watch this video and also share your thoughts and opinion on the comment section. I will be right back.
And then Abuja High Court, for some of the charges listed against him were terrorism and I think treason. Now let's talk about the terrorism charges against Nnamdi Kanu. Now I think one of the broadcasts where the government is basing the charges against him was a broadcast he made during the NSAS. Of course we know the NSAS protest was not initiated by Nnamdi Kanu, but it was initiated by frustrated youths of Nigeria who got tired of the intimidation of the Nigerian SARS. And this one morning we wake up to find out that there is this protest all over the place, and then people were protesting. Nnamdi Kanu mainly joined that protest because he wasn't even in Nigeria when this protest started. He was outside Nigeria, so he joined it. Of course, the only thing he could do is to also lend his voice. So I think when he told the youths, I think I heard where he told you to defend themselves against the security operatives who were shooting live ammunition on unarmed citizens, and even in fact so many of them were killed at Lekki toll gate. Now, protest is the right of citizens, which this our present president benefited from. Protest is a way citizens communicate to their leaders, to their government. Protest is a way citizens communicate to their government, and it's used all over the world. And when people protest, any reasonable government should listen and address the people's grievances. In this country, we've witnessed several protests. When President Obasanjo was in power, when he wanted to increase fuel price, in fact, Nigeria was shut down for 1 week, led by Adams Soshomole. He negotiated with them, he addressed their grievances, and they called off the strike and the protest. During Goodluck Jonathan's time, this our present president led a protest with some prominent Christian leaders against the government of President Goodluck Jonathan when he wanted to remove fuel subsidy. It was one of the biggest protests we've ever witnessed in this country. They called him names, clueless. In fact, Tunde Bakare actually cost him. They were allowed to express themselves. From 2012 till the election, there were pockets of protests here and there, and people were allowed. Then from 2014 till date, from 2015 till date, that right was removed from the citizens of this country. When, of course, when the IPOP started, in Aba and in Port Harcourt and in Onitsha, when they were protesting, live ammunitions were used. Many of them were killed. And even when our former president was granting an interview in Al Jazeera, he boldly said when he was confronted why they used live ammunition on innocent and harmless protesters, he said that is what they deserved. Now, during the NSAS protest, citizens were killed, were shot. Now, it was within that period that Nnamdi Kanu made that post and said, citizens, defend yourself. If it means killing them and disarming them, kill them, disarm them, and defend yourself. Now, that is where they base their terrorism charges on. Now, a government that disobeyed his own law, how do they now expect citizens to obey this same law they disobeyed? A government that created a state of anarchy, and they are expecting the citizens to swallow this state of anarchy you created. This is the situation we found ourselves in this country. A government that went to Kenya to abduct a citizen. What right that turned itself to kidnapper? What right do you think this government have to try some person they kidnapped? This is the situation we found ourselves in this country. A government that disobeyed a an appeal court judgment, because appeal court has tried this guy, discharged and acquitted him. The federal the Supreme Court upheld the judgment of the appeal court. So and now they fast forward, they are trying this young man on a high court, federal high court, lower than both the appeal court and the Supreme Court. Now my question to Nigerians, let us look at it this way. How is the federal government expecting this young man to now obey whatever judgment that will come out of this when they disobey an appeal court judgment, a Supreme Court judgment? And now, how will they now expect this young man to obey whatever judgment? Or how are we sure that after this judgment, if it's not in their favor, they will not instigate another? This is now, they said the court is the last hope of the common man. Do you think the common man in Nigeria today have hope? You see, one thing now, people are rejoicing because this guy is an Igbo man. So many tribes hate the Igbos. This is not an Igbo matter, but they have used something that all Nigerians would like to hear. Some, not all Nigerians would like to hear. to divide us. Now, I want Nigerians to, wherever you are, I don't believe in destruction. I don't believe. We can talk. We can communicate. This government has turned from civilian government, democratically elected government, to what do they call it? So a military rule. Even when we're in military rulership, I don't think we've had it this bad, where human rights is being abused in broad daylight. Do they think if they're jailing them, they can innocent protesters too? And now when people react out of the aftermath of the anarchy, you as government that should uphold the law created, people are arrested. Please, I am calling leaders from all the 6 geopolitical zones, Christian leaders, Muslim leaders, traditional rulers, to rise and call this government to order before they create a state of anarchy they cannot manage. Remember, a democratically elected government is the government of the people, by the people, for the people. This government is ruling us by decree, and he should know that he might give birth to something, a problem he cannot solve. It's not a threat. This is the only way I can lend my own voice, and I think the National Assembly should arise. The judicial arm of the government should be above every other arm of the government that uphold the rule of law. The truth of the matter is that the judicial arm of the government is completely dead in the pockets of the executive arm of the government. This is a country where you can see 5 judgments in one matter. Are they saying that some judges did not graduate well or did not read the law well? That we can have in this country, you can have PDP have a judgment from Port Harcourt, another PDP we have in Lagos, another one. This is, in fact, they're making mockery of the judicial system, and the judiciary is comfortable. I'm calling on the Chief Justice of Nigeria, Mrs. Edu or something. I don't know. I can't remember your name, ma. Kekere Edu. I'm calling on the Chief Justice of this country, Kekere Edu. Don't let this country, don't let the judicial system of this country collapse on your head. I think you should rise and you should rise and then fix things. This country is about to collapse on the head of the Yorubas. The president is a Yoruba man. The Chief Justice is a Yoruba woman. The judge trying the case is a Yoruba man. All the lawyers are Yoruba men. If you watch what is happening now, it is as if there is a war, cold war, going on. It's as if the Yoruba nation is waging war against the Igbos. The Igbos didn't know it. Don't let them know and understand that you are waging war against them. Please, I love Nigeria. We fought a war for 3 years, killed people for 3 years to keep this country one, and let us keep it one. If you try to treat any other person less, I can assure you it will not work. So I urge all Nigerians, I call again, religious leaders, Muslim leaders, Christian leaders, traditional leaders, all over the 6 geopolitical zones of Nigeria to rise on this occasion and let their voice and call this president to order before our president will lead us to a state of anarchy in this country. Thank you very much.
So good morning, gentlemen. Today I'm coming with a little advice for those of you young guys that are looking for this Nigerian army and this armed forces military job. Make I know enter. Make I tell you the truth. Because this country, we need to kill us like this, but people like say we are similar to ants or something like that. It's not. I know some people will think that I don't want you guys to enter because maybe I'm enjoying it or something like that. There's nothing like enjoyment in the armed forces. Let me tell you the truth. There's nothing like enjoyment. It's just because you love your country. That's why you are doing this job. But it seems like the country did not care about. You understand? So it's better for you to go and look for capital and start your side business. We that have already entered, you don't enter. You have to see the end of it. But my brother, this job is not easy. This is a small advice. So if you like, take it. If you don't like, don't take it.
Alpha. No, sir. Even though you know what you are doing is bad, so I'm not doing anything bad. No problem. Well, you know we had to stand for you when they oppressed you. So if you are standing for oppression, you know the problem.
Just follow us. Anybody that is following us. Please, sir, wait.
My car is coming. You said it's an invitation. Why are you in a hurry?
I don't understand.
Yes.
People, share this video and drop your own opinion for inside comment section.